how do you think it's going to be? A lot of people there ask themselves how is going to be the relation between the United States and Europe if Donald Trump gets to the White House again. What would you say to Europe about that?
I think it's going to be a great relationship. At the end of the day, and this is important, at the end of the day, what we're dealing with right now is the Russian invasion in Ukraine. We know that's causing major questions in Europe. When Donald Trump was president, there was no Russian invasion of anywhere of Europe. That matters for these relations between us and with European nations going forward. Listen, I think where we are in our relationship with our European allies, and a lot of this surrounds NATO and other issues, is making sure that the Europeans are well within their ability to secure their nations, which is important to America. We are allies. That's not changing anytime soon. But America does have to make sure it pays attention to its responsibilities at home as well. So I think the relationship will be just fine with Donald Trump back in the White House, because we all have to admit that Russia's invasion of Ukraine is not helping European stability. Did not happen when Donald Trump was president.
What are you expecting from the debate tonight?
I think Donald Trump's going to be focused on the issues that matter here in America, and I think you're going to have a contrast of ideas for the future of our country. I'm actually pretty interested to see if Joe Biden's going to have really any prescription for our country, whether that's domestic issues or international issues. I'm not quite sure he has a recipe for success, because if he had one, he'd be talking about it right now, because you would see the evidence of that. So unfortunately, I think Joe Biden's probably going to be on the attack. I just hope the moderators just keep it straight, play it straight, and let these two men talk, because the American people need to hear answers about who's going to be the next commander-in-chief.
Is it turning point, this debate, for the campaign?
No. The debate is a part of it, but it's going to be everything else. It's going to be voter contacts, voter outreach, GOTV efforts. What people are looking for in our country is, are you going to deliver? Are you going to do the things that are important for their well-being? And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris haven't delivered that. So the performance on a stage that, media likes to talk about, that's one thing. But what have you actually done? What are the actual deliverables? That's what truly matters. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have nothing to show for 4 years in the White House.
Would African Americans vote for her?
Say again?
Would African Americans vote for her this time?
Vote for Kamala Harris?
Yeah.
She running for president?
Oh, she's not ticket, right?
Oh, I don't know. Well, actually, the numbers would tell you that more black voters are not voting for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris from 4 years ago. So that should be a demonstration of how much their agenda has not helped the black community.
One question. Entire world is watching this debate as well. What is the message President Trump will send to the world from here? Would he be able to end the two wars if he becomes the president again?
I think he can, because when he was president, we were winding down our wars. When he was president, the world was actually a much more safer place. I think when it comes to foreign policy, you do have to have strength. Strength is important. If you have weakness on the world stage, all you do is invite conflicts. Not everybody wants to hear that, but that's the facts. That's the reality. And so I do think we need the strength of President Trump back, because that will help to bring these conflicts to a close and have nations begin to also start thinking about their internal responsibilities to their citizens, as opposed to incursions into other nations.
President Biden.
Do you think it's going to be a running mate?
I don't know. You got to ask President Trump that. I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to speculate. We'll see what happens.